Hey guys, this is Parthasarthi and I'm an Indian, and today I'm going to do a short video on the prison universe that we are living in. As you are a very enlightened audience, you must have already watched a lot of videos on Illuminati and stuff like that, and how we are actually trapped in this kind of a prison earth, and the world of domination and control. And that's why you have this DC Comics domination and control man, and all that. But what I'm going to do today is going to give you a completely different perspective from the Indian Vedic mind. Many of you may not be aware of what the Vedic deities mean, or what the Indian perspective is about all of this. And I'm going to give you something which is going to blow your mind. So let me start with this. In Hinduism too, just like in the Matrix movie, we have this Trinity. Similarly, in Hinduism, we have this Trinity concept, which is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. These are basically three primordial gods who are actually creating this universe, the material universe, so to speak. And in that, we have this famous image of Vishnu, who is also called as sleeping Vishnu or sleeping Buddha, is surrounded by serpents, and he's sleeping in this. So over the last some decades, I've been doing research on this, and recently when I read some secret books, also I have done a lot of research on my own self. I understood something. This is the missing link that we have been all missing all this while. We have been looking at only the conscious things that are happening on the earth, and we have probably never realized that the universe itself is a prison matrix. The entire universe itself is a prison matrix, and there are universes which are beyond our material universe, which are not having any of this prison paraphernalia. So as you can see, the Vishnu is sleeping and surrounded by serpents. And then astonishingly, I have come across these things in many of the soft disclosure movies, as we call them, like the Minority Report, where precogs are actually immersed in some kind of a liquid and they're predicting future. And then we have something very similar in Matrix. You might have seen this, and many of you are very intelligent. You might have seen this. He didn't die. He actually woke up. So because the truth is so abominable, so so vomiting and so puking kind of a thing, many of these people, many of us, we don't believe that such a thing can actually exist. I'll tell you something very interesting, because I'm also a mystic and an astrologer. Through my inner visions and stuff like that, I could realize that these people, these beings, you may call them as devas or the light beings, they came into this fourth dimension some billions of years ago, and they were 33 in number, and some people put this number a little higher. But whatever may be the case, they came here, and a couple of them actually decided to experiment and create different kinds of material universes using the simulation technology. That's right, you heard it right. It is simulation technology using electrons, photons, protons, and they created what is called as matter. The entire universe, the real universe, which is of actually 21 universes, ours is the 21st material demented universe. The other universes are not made up of matter. They're made up of waves. They're made up of consciousness. Our universe is made up of matter. And this matter has actually been subdivided into various levels, what we call as the 13 worlds. And that is why you have movies like 13th Floor and that kind of stuff. And in your countries, you have something called as a 13, the unlucky number called 13. and devil is 13. The reason is this is the 13th world in which the scientists lay and they do these experiments and they observe us all the time. And we are living in a simulated universe. And these movies have been giving continuous soft disclosure, yet none of us were actually able to connect it. Probably because many of, the world is divided into two halves. While we have the Vedic knowledge, you have the Christian Gnostic knowledge. We have to come together and understand why we are trapped. Let me show 13th floor. In West, you may not be aware that there are 13 worlds. So that is where I can pitch in and I can help you guys with some knowledge from the Vedic perspective. So the 13 worlds are, what we call as the earth world, then the sky world, it's called Bhuvaloka, then Swarga, which is called, the astral world. Then we have Maharloka, Janaloka. These are also astral worlds, the imagined dreamlike worlds. And then we have something called as Tapoloka. Okay. And then once you come down, there are worlds beneath the earth. There are 7 worlds. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, and Patala. Now these are the 7 worlds, and the word Tala actually means liquid. As you can clearly see now, the connection is extremely clear. We are immersed in liquid bodies, and some kind of black magic has been used, a very powerful black magic, and this black magic is not, something which is so easy to break through. It is called the Kala Chakra, which is taught in Tibetan schools. I'll just show you Kala Chakra. It's an extremely powerful kind of a black magic. It's a spell which has been used to, bind souls. I'll show you that. Isn't it unbelievable? Just what you're hearing, just the thought of it. This is called the Kala Chakra. It's a trap. Many people pray for this, and it's unbelievable. Basically, these are the 8, dimension portals which actually trap souls. So you have these 8 guardians of galaxy who are nothing but, what we call as Thor or Indra. Then you have the wind god Vayu. Then you have got the fire god Agni. You have got the death god Yama. You have got the destruction god Nairuti. You have got the water god Varuna. Then you have got the money god Kubera, and you have got the thinking god Ishvara. So they are actually in the 8 directions. It's something like this. Yes, this gives you a better perspective. It's not something very nice. I'm telling you, because I have I have knowledge of yantras, mantras, and tantras, being an Indian, and I have this knowledge. And I'm telling you, it's not something very nice to look at, and it's not something good. Many people actually pray for this because they pray for money, they pray for entrapment. And the Western movies have been doing a lot of Hollywood movies have been doing a lot of soft disclosure, yet we are unable to understand. We have Shiva at the sun. Have you ever wondered why? Why Shiva is at sun? I'm telling you, don't believe the Westerners who are telling Shiva is something dance of destruction and all that. Why Shiva is at sun? Can you see this? Can you see this round thing? This is not only a portal, but it's a snake eating itself. This is a dance of destruction, or it is also called the time loop. We are in an endless time loop. Many of you who are from Western countries don't believe in the concept of reincarnation. But let me tell you, it is a truth, and it is something which has trapped us. So we are constantly in the trap of time. We are born, and we are reborn, and we are reborn. If you watch the trailer of Thor Ragnarok, the god of death says, I'm not a queen, I'm not a monster, I'm goddess of death. And this will be reborn in my image, this world. Why does she say that? Because this is a time loop. Okay? And this 666, what we call as 666 is nothing but this, you might have figured it out already. It is the the neutrons, 6 protons and 6 electrons of the carbon molecule or the carbon atom. And what is carbon? Carbon is what makes us, the human body, and it has been trapped. You can clearly see how it has been trapped. Worlds within worlds and within worlds. And what does Vishnu do all the time? What does Vishnu do? He sleeps and he dreams. He dreams of worlds within worlds within worlds. It means that you are never able to break out of this prison matrix, which is this universe. And the only way is to approach a shaman or a saint, a true man who can actually take you out. And you have to do a lot of work, inner work. It's not that easy because you have been conditioned, you have been programmed to believe this truth. To get out of this truth, you need to fight it out. Okay, that's it, my friends. I'm Parthasarathy signing off, and I'll come back with some more interesting information the next time. Thanks a lot.